And we are on air.
Hi guys, my name is Brianna and today we're going to be having a chat about Riverdale Season 4, so let's get right into the video. Okay, I feel like in general, Riverdale is such a controversial show because so many people be out there talking trash about it, but yet there's still so many people who continue to watch it, so it's like, what? Here's my idea of it. I feel like Riverdale is one of those shows where overall most people can agree that it's pretty bad. It's not a good show, but yet everybody is hooked on it. Everybody loves it, and they started watching it, and now they want to see it through to the end. It's one of those shows where even in the moment, you can see all the flaws in the thing and see all the cringy moments, but you still want to keep watching it. I feel like for me, Pretty Little Liars was one of those shows, except in the moment I thought it was really good and thrilling, and looking back I see the cringy moments, but this time it's even in the moment I can see it. But yeah, for some reason I still keep watching it and I still love it and I still want to be keeping up with it. However, this season was especially cringy to me for many reasons. There's one thing, first of all, that I want to talk about, but I don't want to dwell on it as I don't want to be disrespectful, and I generally just think that it's just not okay in my opinion, and that's basically all I want to say. So, in the middle of filming season 3, unfortunately, one of the actors, Luke Perry, died. Very sad, very tragic, but the show managed. In season 3, they just had, because he was Archie's dad, had him go away abruptly, and that was that. They didn't kill off his character or anything, he was gone. I thought that was perfectly acceptable. They were able to keep going with the show. They also didn't have a big thing of it, and that was that. Even though they had already handled that whole situation, they decided now in season 4 to bring it all back up again. They start the season with a whole episode just about his character's death, have a whole funeral, and then go on to create a whole subplot based on this character dying. I don't want to get too controversial, but I'm just saying that if that was me or I was in his family, I would be so upset. You know, my death or my loved one's death is not a plot device, and that just really upset me. And the thing is, the actors, they're in contracts. They don't really have a choice. They just do what they say. And I feel like watching those scenes, they weren't even acting. It was real. Like when they had the funeral, those were real tears. They're grieving a real person, and they're making it into a show. It just blew my mind that they had already handled his character and the situation with that, and they just decided to use it as a plot device. They decided to have Archie have a whole character development based on this person's death. And I just thought that was distasteful and wrong. I don't know, it could just be my personal beliefs, but if this is a thing in general and people agree with me, please let me know. Or if there's some reason you disagree, I would like to hear the other side of it. Watching it didn't make me feel good. I felt bad for Luke Perry and his family, so I thought they were capitalizing off of his death. And this is no hate to the cast of Riverdale, the writers of Riverdale, producer, the CW, any of that. I just think they messed up. And I don't know, if there's some justification for it, some reason that you guys think it's okay, please let me know, because I would like to see the other side of it if there is another side of it. That being said, that wasn't the only thing in the plot this season, thankfully, so I'm gonna keep talking about the show, and that's all I'm gonna say on that, but it just made the whole season sit a little ill for me. Next thing I want to talk about is a big thing that everyone talks about. All the musical stuff in Riverdale, including music in the show, is great. For the most part. When Veronica or the Pussycats or the Vixens sing or perform, or Archie sings a song he wrote, it's fine. It flows with the show, it doesn't seem out of place, and it's great. Then they have musical episodes and include musical songs and performances, and that is where it gets cringy, and I'm just like, who is she? They always come off cringy, it's also very, very obvious that to me anyways, that many of the people in the cast don't enjoy doing those. Certain people in the cast, I'm not going to name names, not going to call anyone out, have publicly stated that they had never planned on singing in a show ever, that they were purely an actor, but now they're singing for the CW, and it's kind of cringy. I know I'm giving the show a lot of hate right now. I do love the show, so don't get me wrong. I'm just talking truthfully about it, giving it some critiques. You know, I don't always want to be biased. Just because I enjoy watching a show doesn't mean that I can't recognize when it's cringy as heck and has a lot of flaws. And Riverdale's one of those shows that I enjoy but has hella flaws. I don't know, I'm just saying. If you guys disagree, please let me know. If you agree and you have different reasons why you agree, let me know. Down to have these conversations. It's okay to enjoy shows that are not exactly the best. You know, even people who are like, they review films and they love all these cinematic shots can love movies that are like critically not good, but they're just so entertaining and whatnot to watch just because the fact that it's bad is great. I don't know. That's a thing. I feel like they could do the musical thing well, but for some reason they don't. So I'm like, why are you doing it like this? Also, the songs that they sing in specific are so strange. And this season, the songs, like not just the musical things, but like the regular songs, were starting to get a little strange. Like when Cheryl sang the song with the Vixens, that was like, hello, daddy, hello, mom. I was like, why is it so cringy? I don't get it. I'm just over here like, if you can't tell, I've been watching a lot of TikTok. Okay, going into the season, I think it slightly ruined it for me. The fact that I knew that Jughead wasn't dead. Because I had watched a lot of interviews and stuff like that before the season even came out on the CW. I had to wait till it came out on Netflix to watch it, but before it even came out on the CW, I watched a lot of interviews of the cast and stuff like that. And they had made many, many comments to Cole Sprouse, and he kept saying like, oh, you know, there's no way he's dying because he has a contract that's longer than this season and blah, 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 blah. I feel like he should have just not said anything, in my opinion. No hate, he could say whatever he wants, but for me, it slightly ruined it because I knew he wasn't dead. You know, I can see how it would have been more entertaining, but the whole time I knew he wasn't dead, and I was just like, I was honestly getting confused because there were so many things in there that made it like seem like there's no way he was alive, but I knew he was. Like, I knew it was coming, that he was going to be alive. So I was just like, when is this? When is it gonna get to the point why there's so many things that are making this seem not possible? But then eventually, you know, he was alive, and I was like, okay, I knew it, but like, now I could stop being confused. Along with his death, though, came a lot of things. One being Archie and Betty sparking their feelings for each other again. I know a lot of people were happy about this, but I honestly, I'm tired of it. This show goes so back and forth about who's gonna be with who and who has feelings for who, and it's just so exhausting. Like, the show has made it clear at this point that Jughead and Betty are gonna be together and Veronica and Archie are gonna be together. And if they split, they'll just split. They won't get with one another because they're not gonna hurt each other like that. So everyone knows that the show is not gonna fully commit to a partner swap. They're just doing it to tease us, to get those clicks for people who shipped them in the beginning. That's my opinion anyways. And I'm just so sick of it. Like, I was over here like, Betty, stop that. Like, because you know that the show could easily be like, okay, let's expose this. So then Jughead finds out, and then, oh my gosh, more drama, blah, 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 blah. And I like the relationship stuff to an extent. But I'm not trying to have a whole plot about that. You know, I love the drama, like the thrilling part, like the murder part. Not this buggin' relationship twisty stuff. Although a little bit is good. Like, when Jughead and Betty were getting together, I was like, yes. But no, don't make it all complicated, all this ish. No, it's fine the way it is. Boy. I don't know. I will say I did, not in this season, previous season, I did enjoy the Veronica Archie complications because of her dad. That relationship plot I thought was interesting, but that's like a specific thing. Let's say another thing I like, so that way we're not just all saying negative things. Something I did like is how in this season they had one storyline towards the ending about Mr. Honey, their principal, killing him, except instead of killing him in real life like it most of the time happens in this show, they killed him in a fantasy. I thought this was so interesting and a great way to play on the fact that Jughead is a writer and include more murder things in the show without it being like, oh, great, another murder in Riverdale. I thought it was super, super interesting. And I also love how the serial killer, quotes because they didn't kill anyone yet, in this season was not killing anyone or active or anything like that. The person, the voyeur, I think that's what they called it, person who was dropping the tapes in front of people's houses. I like that. I like that they kept it super vague for now and that next season we'll explore on that. Because I feel like they jump on too many topics all at once sometimes, and I think that was a good play to just low-key pull us in, make us want to see the next season. Back to things I didn't like. Okay, I don't really know what the heck is going on with Betty and Jughead's half brother, the FBI agent, because he seemed real sus, but yet the whole season went on and he did nothing bad and he'd be helping them, and I'm so suspicious, and I don't really like the season ending without me finding out anything. No tea on this dude. Like, I can't quite figure out if he's on their side or not, and I'm just here like, is he just helping them so he could get more dirt on them? Or is he genuinely helping them? Who knows? Maybe he's helping hide bodies and stuff like that so that he could keep all this information so that he can give it all to the FBI when he's done with them or something. I don't know. But this dude making me so sus. Okay, what else? There's so much. Like, Riverdale seasons are so long, and I guess that's why people like to watch on the CW, because then they get to watch it for a really long period of time every week. But I pretty much only watch Netflix, so I wait until it comes out on Netflix to watch it. That's why I am telling this now, because I had to watch it all after it came out on Netflix. Okay, I guess I kind of glossed over the whole thing with the farm and Betty's mom. Oh yeah, Betty's mom. So like they have this whole thing where there's like a therapist at the school or whatever, and they all meet with the therapist. So Betty goes in to meet with the therapist, and so does her mom. And her mom goes on and ends up saying that she loves Betty more, she loves her most than her other siblings. And then she storms out of the room. And then there's like a scene later on where Betty looks at her mom and she goes, I love you most too. What the heck was that? Why are you saying that? Like, I understand that like the mom just didn't mean to say it, it just came out and she had a lot of emotion. But Betty, why you gotta enforce that and go back to the mom and be like, oh yeah, I love you most too? No. You are making her have more toxic behaviors. No. You got to cancel that. Cancel it. Like, you gotta go to your mom and be like, I love you too, but like, I don't love you most. You are my mother. I have other things in my life, other people in my life. You have other things in your life, other people in your life. You can't be focusing on me. You can't be invading my privacy. I am getting older. I am about to graduate. I'm about to go to college. And you're still reading my diaries? You still obsessed with me? No. And the fact that her family be cray-cray, that make me a little sus. You know, first she was with the farm and then she get a little cray-cray, but then, oh no, she's not with the farm. She work for the FBI and she not cray-cray, but she gonna make her daughter think she cray-cray. But now she back from the farm and, oh my gosh, now she's obsessed with Betty again and she's going cray-cray. And it's like, girl, get your mom. Handle her. Get her under control. You know, you were able to take care of yourself and live on your own while she was in the farm and all that. So you need to make her understand that so that she can chill. Do not make her think it's okay by saying, oh, I love you most too. No, what? That made me so frustrated. I was like, Betty, what are you doing? Really making me mad. I'm also kind of glad that the whole farm thing is over though, because that was kind of like, I didn't really like that storyline. Again, I like the show and it's interesting to watch, but I just like think they could have went with a more interesting plot. Like, I feel like other things were more interesting than a cult, because there wasn't even like a cult. Like, I mean, yeah, like they took your organs and like whatever. It's not whatever, it's crazy. But like, they didn't really emphasize the crazy parts of it. It was just kind of more like, we are taking over your life, we're taking all these people away from you. And like, these people are just over here like, oh my gosh, what do we do? Like, they only had a few scenes of like really playing into the actual fact that it was a cult, and that was in the 3rd season, so I was kind of glad that they wrapped it up this season finally. But what has come from that is the fact that they have, in season 3 we saw that they had Cheryl's brother. Well, not him, his body taxidermied. Creepy as heck. But anyways, now that, you know, they left in the end of season 3, season 4, Cheryl now had the body. And she kept it, and creeping me the heck out. Okay, Cheryl's character's confusing the heck out of me because I can't tell if I'm supposed to like her or not. Like, one second they be making me feel bad for her, or giving her this sob story, and then the next she's doing some crazy thing. And also, even in interviews and stuff like that, made it seem like they're about to do something with her mental health issues and like do something good. And I was so hyped for that. They did not do anything. You know, she saw the therapist once, but it was not enough. This girl's literally a psychopath. She has the body of her dead brother in her house. She has so many issues, and she's not dealing with it or anything. You know, it's not... Yeah, people have problems. Even if you have problems just as bad as the character of Cheryl, it's okay, as long as you're going to get help. But the show is doing nothing to show what you should do if you have mental health issues. They're just glorifying her mental health issues into entertainment. And I'm just here like, are you ever gonna handle that situation? Because like, I think you need to. And I don't know, I remember watching an interview of Madeline Pesh. Pesh? Is that how you say it? I don't know. The girl who plays Cheryl. Of her being like, yes, they were saying she was hopeful that they were going to handle the mental health situation of Cheryl and all that, and how she was excited. But they didn't do that. So I'm really hoping that she was right, and next season they do handle that, because I would love to see that storyline play out. Same with Betty, but Betty is a little bit different. She's not like doing crazy things in the moment. She just thinks she's crazy, and she can't figure out what she's capable of, and like she had to question if she was the one who killed Jughead, and like that whole thing is just crazy. I really did love though when she went and destroyed her father's tombstone. I thought that was so liberating to see her do, and I just wish that afterwards they had done something more full circle to have her actually deal with herself and her issues, because I thought that could have been the turning point for her, but it wasn't. So I don't know. Okay, what else do I need to talk about? Oh, the fact that Hiram had like a secret daughter. That whole situation is just like, what? But also, where does she come from? And where's the rest of her family? She just come here by herself? Like, I think she's not actually his daughter. And that's just a theory of mine, that there's gonna be some other storyline where like it was all faked so that Hiram could get Veronica back on his side. Same with his illness. I think that is also a plot. I know that would be kind of messed up, but we've seen what Hiram is capable of, and I think that he's just messing with Veronica even more to get her back, and it's working. So who knows? I don't know. I'm trying to think of some more things to talk about. I feel like there's so many things that happen in Riverdale. But for now, that's it. If you guys have anything else from the show that you want to talk about, you can comment down below. We can have a nice chat, get into the nitty-gritties of this show, because for me, I find it really interesting to talk about shows like this, shows that are theoretically bad but are really enjoyable to watch, and kind of talk about the things we liked and didn't like, and why we still watch the show when we recognize it has a lot of bad things about it. So I don't know, I just think it's really interesting to talk about. But alright guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Happy VEDIM, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Mwah.